We all know they nerfed the old raid gold during Legion, making ICC and many other raids not valuable enough to farm outside of transmog and pets. So my question, are there any raids worth farming for gold still? Stay tuned and find out. Alright, so Bandit here from Big Boy Gaming. We all know the easy gold farms are becoming harder and harder to be profitable. Now that Battle for Azeroth is in full swing, selling the crafted gear and the different items that you're going to get from your collection professions, they're just yielding a fraction of the profits that they did even just a few weeks ago. So my question is, what raids are worth farming for gold still? We all know everything from Wrath and before provide next to no gold at all. I remember the last time I ran ICC in 25-man Heroic, I made less than 1,000 gold. Today, I'm going to cover the top 7 soloable Heroic raids to farm that are still profitable for your time. Alright, so kicking our list off today, the least profitable of the 7 that we're going to start with is probably everyone's favorite raid, Firelands. This fiery wasteland destroyed guilds over the legendary staff, but it did have a very awesome Firebird mount. This raid has 7 bosses, including the mighty Ragnaros from Molten Core. Rest in peace, homeboy. Firelands will only take about 15 minutes to do a full clear, and in 15 minutes, it's going to put about 1,600 gold in your pocket, and that's just counting vendoring the loot that you pick up. That's not counting any BOEs that you get to sell on the auction house, any pets that you may get. That's not bad for the slice of paradise in this fiery realm for 15 minutes. Alright, so let's move on to number 6. We have the fun raid, Dragon Soul. Now every group always had an asshole in their guild that would kill them on Spine every week because they wouldn't move on purpose. Now this boss actually has 8 boss encounters, but only 7 bosses, since you technically fight Deathwing twice, once on his spine and then once at the end. Now with this raid, you should earn about 1,700 gold, and it's going to only take you around 20 minutes. Now I know myself, I have kids, I have a full-time job. They didn't tell you that when you decided to become a parent, you wouldn't have time to save Azeroth anymore. So 1,700 gold over 20 minutes is not a bad investment of your time.
All who stood against the shadow. You are Azeroth's true guardians.
And coming in at number 5, we have Blackwing Descent. Now this is the raid that's going to have the most cocky dragon of all, Nefarian. This is one of the fastest raids on our list with 6 bosses that you can complete in about 10 minutes. This raid barely breaks into the 2,000 gold zone though, which you got to figure fastest raid, 2,000 gold, still on your list that you're going to want to do before Firelands and Dragon Soul. Now, this is probably one of my favorite raids, and the reason why is the Blind Dragon always stands out in my mind. I felt a little bit, uneasy having to kill him, but at the end of the day, he's a boss that I need to loot. Alright, so enough about dragons for now. Let's move on to number 4 with Mr. Guildbreaker himself, Blackhand and the Blackrock Foundry. Now, I remember Blackhand taking most guilds over 200 pulls to kill just in Heroic. Now, on Heroic, this raid's going to have 10 bosses, and you should make around 2,300 gold for your time. Now, it should only take you about 35 to 40 minutes to complete this raid if you're slow like myself, but it's very worth your time, and you get to go back and watch Blackhand die all over again that you worked so hard for during that expansion. Now let's go ahead and move on to number 3. Kicking it off is going to be the longest raid in this list with an average minimum completion time of 45 minutes. Our raid today that we're talking about is the only Siege of Orgrimmar. Now this raid has a whopping 14 bosses, and that's why it's going to be one of the ones that takes the most time to clear. After your wave mowing through Sylvanas Sr. and all of his lackeys, you're going to make about 2,500 gold for your 45-minute time investment. Once again, remember guys, this list does not count anything that you get to sell on the auction house or any pets or fun stuff that may drop along the way. Alright, so runner-up for the most profitable raid to farm is no other than Throne of Thunder. These 13 bosses will pay you around 3,000 gold to murder them and their friends. Now this one is a little bit out of the way, but along your path you're going to get to kick some shells like Mario if you go. And who doesn't like Mario? We all grew up playing that game, right? Sorry, I'm dating myself a little bit. Our number one raid that you're going to farm to make the most amount of gold on average is Hellfire Citadel. And what's better than slaying demons and getting paid some gold to do it? Alright, so guys, as we wrap this list up, I want you to know we'll be publishing even more gold farming videos. So please make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. That way you'll get notified as these videos come out. Once again, if this video helped you make some gold, let me know in the comments below. Good luck and happy farming.